Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Laura MacGyver here to recap another episode of Teen Mom 2. This episode filled with emotions. I was bawling the entire time. And if you claim you didn't cry, you're a liar. So let's get into our girl, Chelsea. She's moving again. I think it was maybe like 3 months after she moved into her house that was unfortunately robbed. She said, I want to move. I want to build my dream home with my dreamy husband, my adorable kids. So she found this piece of land and she said, I want to build my home here. She had to tell a few people that they decided to move about 45 minutes away. That doesn't seem too far, but to a grandma, that's like a 9-hour drive. Grandmas are dramatic. So she had to tell her mom, and her mom was like, what? Like, you can't leave me. I'm gonna be all alone. She started to like tear up. She had sunglasses on, luckily, but she was getting so emotional. She was like, these kids are all I have. What am I gonna do? She knew her mom was upset, but Chelsea and her mom kind of have like a weird vibe going on. Since the early days of 16 and pregnant, Chelsea has always been a daddy's girl. Everything is Randy. Randy. She actually lived with him after her parents got divorced. She lived with him when she was pregnant with Aubrey. So her dad actually lives in the town where she's moving to. So it's kind of like, you know, are you moving to be closer to your dad, you know, now that you're leaving your mom all by herself? Kind of weird because of those relationships between the three. So kind of interesting. So let's talk about Briana. So we saw that she was mad with Devon because Devon got drunk at the pool when he was babysitting Nova, Dad of the Year. So now, fast forward a month, they still have not spoken. Briana's still mad. Nova has not seen her dad once. Briana also claimed that he hasn't even tried to reach out to his daughter. So it was really, really sad. Nova wrote on the fridge, I want my daddy. Briana, which I always have so much respect for her, she said, I'm gonna put Nova first. I'm mad at Devon, I'm not happy, I don't wanna see him, but Nova clearly does, and I will never ever prevent that. So Roxanne texted Devon. No, Roxanne is Devon's biggest fan besides me. She is always rooting for him. Everything's Devon. Devon comes over, Briana's at work, so they didn't have to see each other at first, and he was playing Connect 4 with her. This is when I started to bawl. So they were sitting there and he said, you know, the last time I saw you was at the pool. You know, it's been a month. A lot has happened. I kind of had to reevaluate things. Me and your mom got into a fight. Every curious 9-year-old in the world was like, you know, what happened? What did you do? He said, I took full blame for it, which I had so much respect. I love Devon. I love him. I just think he is so genuine. Before everyone gets mad, I just think he has a heart of gold. He loves his daughter and he does want to do better. You could hear it in his voice and you could see it in this conversation that he was saying, I'm gonna do better for you and I'm gonna just keep trying. Our girl Jada, so she's the newest member. God, just so much drama. It's truly crazy. I think episode 4 and it's just everything has gone downhill for this poor girl. I feel so bad. So we saw she moved in a new house with her baby daddy Sean. She wanted a new beginning. Didn't work out. So we saw her, you know, with her stepsister and she just was talking to her, you know, I can't have Chloe, her daughter, around Sean. I know how he is when he's on drugs, which she has claimed he is. So it's just not safe for her 1-year-old girl to be in that environment. Sean has taken to the golden Instagram Live, which we love when teen moms just jump on Instagram Live because it's never for a good reason. It's always for yelling and screaming and allegations. He said, Jade has blocked my number. I can't see my daughter. He also was responding to fans' comments who were like, why did y'all break up? He's like, we didn't break up. I got rid of her. He's like, you could take my furniture, you could turn off my power, my Wi-Fi. I'm good. I'm without you. I don't need you. I could just turn it back on. And it was crazy. They featured the entire Instagram Live of him just slamming her, saying they didn't break up, he got rid of her, which I think is really harsh to say about the mother of your child and also someone that you spent years with. If Sean wants to be in Chloe's life, he needs to clean up his act. We saw in the first episode, he was in meetings and he was sober, so he was trying. He had a job. Who knows if he still had it. So we know he can put in that effort and can come through to be there. But this episode, he was gone. He was just done. So hopefully we get to see him clean up his act, mend a relationship, and just be one big happy family again. Kale, she is also moving. Everybody's moving in this episode. Everyone's just picking up and buying houses, buying land. They just, they're just deciding, we're just gonna take my family and just start over again. So Kale went to look at her house. We saw she actually wanted to build her dream home. Everybody wants to build a dream home. She found this beautiful home. It's stunning. Her master bedroom had its own living room. What? I'm lucky if my bedroom could fit my bed. As we know, Kale's eventually got the house, but she actually said on Twitter last night that the scene was fake, which is scandalous. She said at that point when the scene was filmed, she already owned it. I just love when the Teen Mom stars call out fakery, and it's like you're dissing your job on Twitter, on social media. But she said, I already owned it at that point. So bravo to Kale. She deserves an Oscar because I believed it until I saw she tweeted saying she already bought it. I was like, wow, that was really impressive acting skills. Who knew? They say the Teen Moms have no talent. Kale can act, now that we know. So yeah, so she was eventually going to buy the house and pack up and move again. So good for her. So getting into Leah and Jeremy, yay. Oh God, I just love seeing this dynamic. I just love, well, he wasn't even in it, but let's just pretend he was. So she was in Florida with her daughters. Her daughters came through for us and read her text messages. Thank God for kids. They're just the best. She was, reading, she was like, ooh, Jeremy and Leah are sending kissy faces. What? So Leah told her daughters, I wouldn't lie to you guys. What do you guys want to know? They said, are you dating Jeremy? The golden question. So thank you to Aaliyah, Allie, and Addie for asking because we're all curious. Leah said, not right now, like we're trying to figure it out. I like Jeremy as Addie's dad, but dating wise, no. He's single, I'm single, we're doing, our own thing, but whatever happens, happens. So she's not denying it. So that is the most important thing. So there's a chance, I was just gonna say we're involved in this relationship because we basically are. So we all have a chance to rekindle the romance and get back together. Addie, it was really heartbreaking. Addie's confused. She's like, okay, my mom and my dad like each other. Like, what is happening? I think they're going to get back together. That's just my prediction. I think they're going to get married again. I don't know about having more kids, but I think they're definitely going to get married again. Also, Leah then called Kale. I love their friendship. They're really bonding, I think, over single motherhood. They are still friends with Chelsea. Everyone always freaks out. Why does no one call Chelsea? Why does no one invite Chelsea anywhere? They're still friends with her. Chelsea's just in a different spot in her life. She's just buying land and just, making babies. So she's out. They're still friends with her though, so don't worry. So Leah started telling Kale that the girls were going through her phone. Kale replies with, if my sons went through my phone, they would be traumatized. Traumatized? We need to go through Kale's phone and I need to know who she's texting if these kids would be traumatized by the experience. If my mom said that on TV, I would be so concerned. So I hope Kale has the face lock, passcodes, fingerprints, because the day that Isaac reads her text messages on Teen Mom 2, my life's gonna be made. That's what needs to happen, because I want to know who Kale's texting. Is she texting Chris? Is she texting Javi? Who is she texting? I mean, I'm assuming they're dirty if they're going to be traumatized. Like, what else would they be? Obviously, they're not going to be traumatized by a grocery list. Next week's episode looks crazy. So Sean, we finally see him cry. He was so big and mighty, screw Jade, I didn't break up, it's, I got rid of her. And now he's bawling on Instagram Live. Let me see my daughter. Jade, unblock me. Oh, you're so tough now. Now you're bawling on Instagram Live. And Jade was like, you know what? It is what it is. He has made these choices, so now he has to live with the consequences. So Jade put her foot down and she's like, nope, I'm not falling for it. So you go, girl. Chelsea has anxiety. She has the big Itsy Ritzy launch collection. This was for her backpacks, her diaper bags that were like $300. Crazy. But they have the big launch, and she has anxiety. Cole in the clip, he's wearing like a cut-off tank top, so I definitely recommend watching it because for those 2 seconds, it's totally worth it. Briana and John feel distant, and I think the breakup's coming. I think it's happening. I think, you know, that lively, full of joy John that we get every episode is finally coming to an end. So his 15 minutes of fame will be up, unfortunately. But yeah, so she's like, I just don't know. And the producer like makes it so dramatic and just like, Kale, she thinks she's gonna go to jail. Kale's going to jail. So she was screaming on the phone. I'm not sure with who, possibly with Joe. She wants to take the boys to Hawaii with Leah. Unfortunately, since she has 3 different baby daddies, 3 different custody arrangements, I can't even imagine trying to get everything together with 3 different people, kids, etc. So she's obviously having a little trouble with Joe, who we thought she had a great relationship with over the years. You know, they really grew up, I guess is the best way to say it, because they were quite immature. Joe is the one who told Kale she doesn't deserve sunlight because she sucks so much. So, you know, we really saw them grow up. However, Joe is very unhappy with Kale taking Isaac to Hawaii. Kale's screaming, you know, if I need to go sit in jail for my son to have an experience, it's worth it. These girls are so willing to go to jail. They're always in jail. Someone's always getting arrested, no matter what. 4th of July. Amber Portwood, arrested. On my day off, Amber's got to get arrested. It's just, everyone just goes to jail like it's nothing. Like they're going to just Macy's. They're just going to jail. And it's like, you can't do that. Leah and Jeremy. So we saw him like leaving her house. It was daylight, so don't get any ideas. He was leaving her house, but I mean, you never know. And he was later talking to his friend about like the situation with Leah. So I think we're finally starting to see, you know, them realize that they're just meant to be. So don't forget to come back next week to see me recap another episode of Teen Mom 2, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. I'll see you next time. Bye.